Hey guys, welcome to Jazz Piano Daily. This is number 68, and we are going to do part 4 of In a Sentimental Mood. Let's jump right into the sheet music. All right, so let me play the new part for you here so you can hear all of it. All right, so we go into the bridge, and then you'll notice that what we're doing now is kind of doing this quarter note in the left hand. So you could see the rest of it. Then we're back into the beginning. And at that point you can do the kind of like that stride that we did. Okay? So this really kind of wraps up the last part of the song. Okay, moving on next, we're going to, in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to talk about the ending. But let's just go through right now and figure out what's going on here for the bridge. All right, so first of all, we've already covered the bridge in the beginner part, so you can get all of the fingering there. So the left hand is just playing the shell, but then it plays the whole shell, the root 3, and it plays whatever the top note is. B flat is the root 7, top note. E flat minor, top note. A flat 7, top note. Let's do that. Keep going on. D flat major, B flat 7, E flat 7, A flat 7, then back to D flat major, then to B flat minor, and then we go to E flat minor, then A flat 7, and then to G minor. You can either play that short or you could hold it out. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put it in here for a half note. Okay? And you're back to the beginning of the song. All right, so that's the left hand. Pretty simple with the left hand. Let's take a look at the right hand. So the melody of this is... Whoops, sorry. Right, so we've already covered all of that melody. So now what I'm doing is you'll notice that I'm now starting to add in some chord tones underneath that melody to fill this out a little bit more. So here in the D flat, I put the 3rd underneath it. On the B flat, put the 7th underneath it. On the E flat minor, put the 7th underneath it. On A flat, put the 3rd underneath it. And on D flat here, put the 5th underneath it. Why not the 7th? Because it's too close. I could have done the 6th, but I just did the 5th because that sounds nice as well. And now on the B flat 7, notice what I'm doing here is this, like you could look at this as an upper structure triad, or you can just think of this as, there's your melody note, there's a 3rd, I'm adding in the flat 9. Then E flat 7, 3rd, sharp 11, which is also the, sharp 5, which is also the melody note. And then A flat 7, again, 7th, 3rd, sharp 5, which is the melody note. Then we go to D flat, and here, I'm adding in the 3rd, but I'm also doubling the melody down here as well, just to fill it out a little bit more. Makes a bigger sounding chord. Could also throw in sharp 11 if I wanted a little bit more tension in there, but anyway, I'm going to leave that out. On the B flat minor, same thing here. Added in the 7th, but I also threw the 5th down there as well, just to add in more chord sound. Now let's move on to the E flat. Now here, E flat minor. Notice I'm adding in the 5 and the 7. Now check out A flat. I decided, hey, let me add some tension in here, so I threw a sharp 11 in there. Notice I didn't change the chord symbol. It still says A flat 7 because I don't want to change the chord symbol. I just want a player to read it as A flat 7. I'm deciding to put the sharp 11 in right now, but I don't have to always do that. G minor, look what I did here. Added in the 9th. You got the melody note of the 11, and you got the 3rd in there. Nice cluster voicing. And then see how this is all built off of G minor, right? So right off of that G Dorian scale. Okay. And then my my C7, I'm resolving to the third. Again, think about those enclosures that we've talked about, right? Right? See how I'm going half step higher, and I'm resolving back down to the third there. Okay? If you want to make it more beboppy, there you can add. You can do something like that. So if you take a look at the lesson on enclosures, you'll see how those enclosures give you more of that beboppy sound. Anyway, what I have here, and then you're back in the beginning of the song. Okay. All right, so let's play the entire thing together. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move this over to a new page so we can keep everything all on the same page. And it'll make it a little bit easier to see all of this stuff. All right, so now we can kind of see it all on the screen here, albeit small, but still you could see it all on the screen. And again, if you're looking for the sheet music, at this point it's just a benefit for full Jazz Piano Daily members. So just go back to Jazz Piano Daily for more information. All right, so I'm finishing up from yesterday's lesson, E flat, A flat. Now I'm onto the bridge. D flat, B flat 7, E flat 7, A flat 7, D flat, E flat minor, A flat 7, G minor, and I'm back into the beginning of the song again. Okay, let's go through it one more time together. Here we go. All right, so that's it now for the advanced arrangement. If you've been following along, obviously just go through the previous days, and now you have your whole advanced arrangement for the song. Okay. In tomorrow's lesson, we will cover a slick ending that you can tack on to the end of the song to really end the song beautifully. All right, so that's it for me. To get the first 45 pages of music for free, just go back to jazzpianodaily.com. If you liked the video, please be sure to click the like button and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. To watch the rest of the lessons in this series, just click on the playlist to the right of this arrow. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.